What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Wise Up. Today's episode, we'll be talking about kettlebell stance. So it's very common with the kettlebell swing. Clients usually assume a super wide stance, pointing the toes out just to kind of get the posterior chain involved automatically. We might even put people in that position, our clients, at the beginning just to kind of get them used to using their hips a bit more and keeping their shin angle a bit more vertical. While this is all well and good, we don't want to get caught up into using one stance for the rest of our life. We want to gain what we can from other stances. All right, so not that the super wide stance isn't appropriate, narrowing up your stance from that super wide toes out position will give you a lot more torque with the movement. It might be a little bit more tricky to keep that shin angle vertical, but you'll find there's a lot more snap to the movement and it's a lot more powerful when you're doing it. So not to say that the toes out position isn't a good cue or good habit to have when you're doing any type of swinging, deadlifting, even squatting, because you're actually involving the glutes a little bit more, making it easier to access. But again, remember that your hip has internal and external rotation, and we should try to balance them out. So having your feet turned in a little bit more with a narrow stance will give you a little bit more rotational torque through the movement and keep you more efficient with the swing. So another underutilized stance with the kettlebell swing is a stagger stance, where you have 1 foot forward and 1 foot a little bit behind you. This one incorporates a lot more stability with the swing, and you have a lot more tension on that forward leg the entire time. Biggest mistakes with this one we see, people setting up super wide with the staggered stance. You don't really have much leverage with that. So try to keep your feet fairly close together, set up nice and strong, feel that stability first, and then start your swing. All right, so the main takeaway from today's video is don't get used to doing something indefinitely. Always try to switch up your stance and gain everything you can from it. Trainers, when you're getting your client in that wide stance to activate the posterior chain and get them more informed, don't let them rely on that as a training wheel. You always want to challenge yourself and your clients. All right, so vary up your stance, try it out. If you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to hit me up. I'll see you on the next one.